I am so angry that we were building a Muslim-only city in America and nobody ever told me. And I didn't even get the news from our Muslim informants, but we got it from this guy? Far-right internet personality Dave Rubin.
They were talking about how they were going to make it Muslim only. It's antithetical to the Constitution of the United States. It's completely counter to everything that any of our ancestors ever came to America before.
I mean, so is this. But sure, creating a city only for one group of people and banning others from buying property there is not allowed in the Constitution. And neither is illegally kidnapping people for practicing free speech.
But don't take my word for it. Here's a portion of the video from the Epic City funders.
Oh man, I wonder which poor sap has to feel the wrath of Rubina over here. Who did Epic choose as the sacrificial lamb?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Abe Sheikh! What? Who? No. Sheikh, kahan phas gaye yaar? How do you always end up in controversy? You're the most calculated, non-confrontational religious personality I've seen. And somehow, you're always in the limelight. Look, I love this sheikh, so it really saddened me to know that he was telling us to do something illegal.
We are, alhamdulillah, constructing an entire city half an hour from downtown Dallas, literally 30 minutes from our own Plano Masjid over here. Brothers and sisters, this is a limited time opportunity. It is an amazing time to invest for the future, not only in yourselves, but of your children after you. We are, inshallah ta'ala, going to change the entire da'wah scene by demonstrating to the world what it means to be a Muslim living in the West.
Well, I don't think it means to be a Muslim living in the West. It means that you get to have your own city where other people can't come, where if you buy a house there, that some of the money has to go to the local mosque or anything else.
You cannot sell only to Muslims. And the response is, you're the one saying we're selling only to the Muslims. Anybody can buy.
Where does he say in the video that this is a Muslim-only town and the proceeds will go to funding the mosque? Boy, I really hope the rest of your video isn't just repeating these lies over and over again.
Governor Greg Abbott, Texas governor, has officially halted construction of the 402-acre Muslim-only Epic City in Texas.
You're the one saying we're selling only to the Muslims. Anybody can buy.
Governor Greg Abbott? Where have I seen this name before? Why does it sound so familiar? I don't know. Well, keep it in mind if I remember something later on.
Epic City was going to be a Muslim-only city.
No, it was not. You and your Governor Abbott keep pushing this myth over and over again. Do you have anything factual to offer about this community? Give us something that will blow us away.
Okay, so they're not going to allow Muslims there. How do you think it's going to work for women in a community like that?
What a brilliant point. What an absolutely amazing thing to bring up. Since women can't leave the house or speak in public in Muslim lands, I think Epic needs to create some good old-fashioned Western rules to make sure women will enjoy all the freedoms the Western world has to offer. So I propose these 3 rules that hopefully the beloved Governor Abbott will forcefully impose on Epic City. Rule number 1. Women should be allowed to walk and talk outside, since they clearly can't do that anywhere in the Muslim world. Hey! Someone report her to this Masri Nawaz Sharif. Rule number 2. All women need to be employed. So I propose halal hooters on every street corner.
Mashallah, brother!
Rule number 3. To further boost women empowerment, relocate OnlyFans headquarters to Epic City. All proceeds will go to funding the symbol of Western women empowerment instead of the mosque. Ye kis kisam ka jahil hai yaar.
How do you think it's going to work for gays in a community like that?
Oh, they'll be better off in Epic than I am living in areas that watch your content for education.
Putting aside that they're not going to sell houses to Christians or Jews or Baha'i or Jainists or anything else.
You're the one saying we're selling only to the Muslims. Anybody can buy.
Rubina auntie, do you understand the concept of verifying your information? Where are you getting your top secret info from that not even Epic themselves know about?
Allahu Akbar, Texas. a new Sharia city near Dallas.
Oh, here's a new twist. It's a Sharia city as well. No wonder why the town center was called Chop Chop Square.
He pulled out this very long golden sword and he beheaded a woman.
This is how no-go zones begin. This is how the West falls. Radical Imam Yasir Qadhi, a terror-linked extremist.
Yasir Qadhi? Radical? Do you even know who Yasir Qadhi is? Of course you don't, because why bother researching when we can lie about everything and people will believe us anyway? His critics in the Muslim world accuse him of being a reformist. His Americanized Islam is too liberal. Oh, look at his beard length. They got his eyes marked out in red. You even got him on rainbow flags here. So looking past all the different internal critics of Yasir Qadhi, who are now ironically fighting amongst themselves like teenage girls, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. If there is anything Yasir Qadhi would be accused of, it's being too soft. But then you show up with this.
Radical Imam Yasir Qadhi, a terror-linked extremist.
Our man just cannot catch a break. Where are you getting this from? What else does this top secret file have about us? Did Haji Ibrahim over here have ties with Al-Qaeda? I really want to know more from this top secret file that has only been entrusted to the most brilliant mind of America. Let's run down some of this list to gain some much needed knowledge. Yasir Qadhi says Jews and Christians are filthy, except that's literally not what he says. He says idolatry is filthy, just like the Old Testament calls it an abomination. And I got this justification from these guys, in case you wanted to blame the article for being terror-linked. Justified taking women as... Yeah, see, this is your guys' problem, not ours. Islam doesn't do this. We have a much better system in place than forced torture prisons, creating refugee crises from wars we started and ran away from, or Numbers 31. Watch this video for more info. Calling birth rates a halal secret weapon? Look, it's not our fault your birth rates are so low. You'll have a population collapse without immigration. Your culture is so faulty, it's imploding on itself. Maybe focus on yourself rather than whining about everyone else. That next point, I can't really take it seriously, given how you link anything to... was placed on the Department of Homeland Security's terror watch list. I couldn't even find anything for that one, so I just relied on AI. Graduated from the Radical Islamic University of Medina. He also got his master's from Yale, which most of his critics blame for his apparent liberalism. So, according to this nutjob, Yasir Qadhi, a supposed terror-linked radical jihadi Muslim, decided to attend and got accepted by a Marxist, ultra-liberal, far-left Ivy League because there's some crazy alliance going on between radical Muslims and radical leftists to take down conservatives? Is there any proof of such an alliance? Oh my goodness! Denies the Holocaust? Yeah, not really. He just held an inaccurate view back in 2001, which he retracted just a few years later. Because, you know, that's how you learn and become a better person. You, on the other hand, deny the present-day genocide committed by... Honestly, what does research even look like for these guys? Okay, let's see how Yasir Qadhi can be linked to radical terrorism. Alright, where should I start? Oh yeah, that's a good place. Thanks, Lagiboka PBD. Alright, to catch a terrorist, you gotta think like one. Where was his last place of residence? Maybe Qadhi was there as well. Abbottabad Abbott?
Believe this or not, we've even received information that they may have been conducting a funeral home without legal authority.
Governor! How could you? Okay, Rabina Auntie. Anything else you got?
Here's another video, because it's not just Texas, Michigan. You know about Dearborn, Michigan. But here are two Muslims in Michigan talking about how when they create these cities, that they can use loopholes to make sure that non-Muslims won't show up.
So we're still debating on the name, but it's going to be something Muslim name and a village attached to it, right? The names of the streets, Khalid ibn al-Walid, Tariq bin Ziyad, like all the great conquerors. Like people need to Google those conquerors. So that service fee will put there 75% of the service fee you're paying goes to the masjid.
अबे क्यों ऐसी खतरनाक वीडियोस बनाते हो यार? तुम हंसी मजाक कर रहे हो? यहाँ ऐसे जाहिल लोग बैठे हुए कि oh wait he's Bengali. अरे भाई তুমি কেন এত ডেঞ্জারাস ভিডিও বানাইতেছ? এই সাদা মানুষ কিছুই বুঝতে পারবে না। ভিলেজ বানাওয়ার পরে এইসব পডকাস্ট করো। In case you're wondering what was said there.
Those of you who know, tell the others who don't know.
Okay, jokes aside, I don't know about the legality of forcing proceeds to go to the masjid, so that's for the brother and his attorneys to figure out, and Rubina here to sweat over. If you didn't realize, though, this podcast is run by this guy, who used to be known as Dawah Man. Dawah Man used to be pretty hostile towards Sheikh Yasir Qadhi. I don't know what he's up to now. I didn't even know he rebranded. But think about this now. In the eyes of those who hate us, we're all the same. They think we are all united, even though we are nowhere close. If we were actually united, though, we'd change the world for the better. But we need to raise our IQs for that, among many other things. Epic City is not some liberal, feminist, compassionate imam issue. It is an attack on Islam in America, and it is something all of us should care about. You didn't hear any of these hypocritical buffoons crying when the Catholic city of Ave Maria was established in Florida over 20 years ago, following the same script as Epic City, except 25 times the population.
This is Ave Maria, a Catholic utopia founded and funded by billionaire businessman Tom Monahan. His ticket, he hopes, to eternal salvation.
My goal is to get to heaven and drag as many people along with me as I can.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray. Here, streets are named after saints and popes. The town square built around a massive cathedral designed by Monahan himself. The 10-year plan, 11,000 homes, 25,000 residents, and 5,000 students at Ave Maria University. In the past, Monahan has said cable TV here in Ave Maria would not be allowed to air adult programming like pornography. He's also said pharmacists wouldn't be distributing birth control.
Where's that shining beacon of mediocrity? Oh, here you are. Hail Mary, Florida! We have a new Vatican City on our shores. This is how the Pope takes over. Jahil aurat. I hope you liked this video. Do not forget to subscribe.